Hello and welcome back to Retro Fungeon Mondays. I am Frank, and I'm back after a long time. Got a new video capture device, and I decided, hey, let's use it to make videos again. So what are we playing today? Well, first of all, before we get started, you can check out the website at retrofungeon.com. Listen to our monthly podcast. We have rotating guests, all live in studio. So no Skype sessions or anything like that. This is all, face-to-face podcast like you're listening to Joe Rogan. And we essentially just talk retro shit. Anything retro. Anything pop culture related from back in the 80s and 90s. Trends. Anything. Music. Doesn't matter. Just depends on what we're in the mood for to talk about. We also talk about a lot of Street Fighter and Final Fight games, which is what this is. So check us out. We have a show mostly every month. I would say 90% of the time of the year. As it happens, sometimes some people can't make it, and that's fine. Shit happens. But we do try to have a show monthly either way. So what is this? This isn't a retro game. What the hell is this? Looks like retro graphics. Looks 16-bit-ish. Well, this is OpenBoR. This is Open Beats of Rage. This is an engine, which is essentially allows fans to take graphic sprites from any 2D game, be it Street Fighter, be it Final Fight, be it King of the Fighters, Double Dragon, the Marvel games, whatever uses sprite art. So essentially dots of paint as the artwork, and people modify that artwork and then inject it, as well as the backgrounds and foregrounds of these games, and then inject them into these games. So it's really, really cool. And these are all fan-made games, essentially. Now, these vary from pretty basic to demo level to being highly elaborate. And by highly elaborate, I mean that they have story, they have a lot of modifications done to the original graphics. You'll recognize them from various games. Even the Rushing Beat games are sampled in these. Whatever you can think of. And then what people do is they mash it all together to make their own games. Like, I don't know, hey, let's put Streets of Rage together with Street Fighter, huh? How's that sound? Let's put in SNK artwork into it. Yeah, let's do. Oh shit! Hey, remember everybody says Fei Long really looks like Bruce Lee. Well, guess what they did with him? They put him in this game and they made a beat 'em up out of him. It's not bad actually. It's essentially Bruce Lee faked his death and he comes back from the grave and he beats up the Triad gang that killed him. That's actually one of the conspiracy theories about him. Anyways, and then there's also original games. And again, more mashups, Captain Commando and the Avengers, which is essentially Marvel superheroes with Captain Commando. Castlevania games. Contra. I mean, you can, whatever you could think of. People have made, or make their own sequels. Hey, I want Double Dragon 4. And somebody made Double Dragon 4 in 2011, apparently. Remakes of Double Dragon Advance. Some of these are even remakes, just so they allow extra features that were not on the originals, like super moves. You can do, there's button combinations you can do, like down forward or forward or up, to unleash some sort of other move, like, I don't know, like a fireball or something like that, or some sort of other secondary attack. Double Dragon Zero, that's essentially Street Fighter Zero graphics, Double Dragon. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Ed, and Eddie. Great artwork, but the gameplay really stinks. It's very the audio is annoying in it. But if you're fans of this, you'll love this game. Eternal Champions. Fucking Evil Dead. I've played. Actually, you know what? This one is good. We're going to play it. However, it's not for the faint of heart. Actually, no, I can't play it because it's too fucking violent. I don't want to get flagged. Yeah, this is a Street Fighter 1 remake. Like Fighting Street is what it was called on the TurboGrafx 16, I believe, on the PC Engine, I think. And then here you got other Final Fight games. Final Fight Heroes, Final Fight Last Round. I mean, let's try Final Fight Heroes. I know this one's good. Now, and also these games vary. Like some of these are 2-player, some of these are 4-player even. And then they have, these title screens, which are, famous if you played arcade games back in the 90s and 80s. And people make their own custom load screens for these games. And this one here is from 2014, so let's try it. Oh, and also there's options, like turning on and off cheats. And here you can see also how big the game is and how many players it is. So you have 2 players for this particular game. And you can turn on cheats, which then give you infinite lives, infinite credits, or infinite health. I suggest infinite credits, but we're just going to play a little bit of this one. Let's try a new game here. You can see, check this out. You have unlocks in these games. So if you finish these games through the original play mode, you can unlock a secondary mode, which is really cool. And some of them give you additional characters. And some of these games you have to replay like 6 or 7 times to unlock all the characters. So it's a feat of its own. Like, check this out. Okay, maybe that that looks like the worst Photoshop ever. But as you can see, this is the definition of homebrew. So I can pick Guy, Cody, Chun-Li, Guile. I don't know why they took the action figure shots for some odd reason. Yeah, well, I don't know why they chose the action figure shots. Well, let's try Hagar. He's a favorite. He looks like Tom Selleck on steroids there. Oh shit, check this out. This is Street Fighter Alpha Graphics Final Fight. Oh wow. Yeah. Like, look at this. Somebody made this. Now, here's the thing. Don't mind the bad English in these dialogues. They're made by people whose first language is obviously not English. I don't care. These people went through a lot of effort to make these games, and these work really good. And look, see, this one even has a custom combo system, all which the engine allows, and it's really neat. The sound is obviously sampled from all the other games. One of the things that's a little bit different, like you don't hit jump and then hit the attack button to do the power drivers because the engine doesn't support that. So instead you just hit up and, oh look, it's Poison from Street Fighter 3. Look at this. This is pretty elaborate. So essentially they took the the alpha graphics and modified them into these Final Fight sprites. That's fucking amazing. And you can see these are other characters that they've just modified into doing this. It's pretty neat. And some of these, like I said, the stories and endings are very elaborate. Oh look, Ondor's back and he looks an awful lot like, see again, Street Fighter 3 sprites. Taken and put into this game, but made to fit the all-around art style. I have no idea how much work it would take to... and you notice the background and foreground graphics. In this case, somebody made original background graphics, which I think is actually pretty cool. One thing, though, in these OpenBoR games is watch that you don't get cornered. Or not get cornered, but rather get surrounded. Because if you get surrounded in this game, you're screwed. You will get gang beaten. Like, the way the engine works is there's a ton of gang beating if you don't watch where you're picking your fights. I can't imagine how much work this took to make. And this is playing pretty well without any bugs, really. I haven't had any control glitches yet, or graphical glitches. It's pretty damn good. I wish it was easier to die and switch characters. Or, well, I could always stop the game and start the game with someone else. See, in this background is a mix of... Actually, I don't know. This looks like almost something like out of a Rushing Beat game, but they wouldn't have been this elaborate. Again, some people have made their own graphics, and given the attention to detail that they've given to the sprites. And check it out. Hey, look. Looks like Alex. He's not Alex. He's Axel. I'm not sure if any of these games feature any original music. I think I heard one where I did hear original music. But most of it is just remade music or just music sampled from the other games. Oh, look. And here you have Eddie, who is the third boss in Final Fight. And he's completely redone to look like he's an alpha graphics. And look at that. Somebody had to make that. Axel and Slash completely redone. One thing though is with all OpenBoR games, you have to watch that you are only hitting the boss, because the other characters just respawn. And although you get points for them, it doesn't help you in beating the boss. You pretty much have to go straight for the boss and not bother with the hench people. If you're playing this with somebody else, one of you guys has to do crowd control, and the other one has to essentially beat up the boss. That's the only way that'll work. Jeez, die already. So I can pick a different character here. But as you can see, like, this is a completely unlicensed game. You're not playing something that's available on PSN here. This is something that unfortunately you have to install third party to play, which kind of sucks. But hey, Capcom's not going after anyone, and that's one of the things that I think we're also going to talk about on the next show, about the whole Capcom stick controversy. Anyways, again, don't get yourself like surrounded, because the bosses, and as well as all the other look, they'll just gang beat you. Some of these games also sometimes use 16-bit sprites, like instead of using Final Fight like from the arcade, they'll use sprites from Final Fight, the Super Nintendo game, that keep it consistent with the graphics, the resolution that they're going for. Alright, and then when the boss dies, everyone dies, just like that. I don't know, I think you get the gist of this. But we are going to go ahead and try another game here. So we're going to exit this one, and we're going to try another one of these. Alright, so let's try the Evil Dead OpenBoR game here. And, well, as you can see, it uses some GIFs that were pretty big back in the early 2000s. And, yeah, this is a beat-em-up of Evil Dead, starring Ash. Jeez, I can't believe it. Look, and this is pretty good. This one has very elaborate story and uses quite a lot of stuff from the movie as well. It's got this cool intro, letting you know exactly what the hell the game's going to be about. Well, that's obviously from a comic book. You'll have to forgive me, I'm not the world's biggest Evil Dead fan, but I do like Bruce Campbell. Yeah, see this, so you have... This one has 3 range of attacks: light, heavy, block. Oh man, can you use that chainsaw? Yeah, you can. Oh wow. Oh wow, you can juggle them too. The sound effects in this game are pretty good too, especially when they die or when... And I believe this game also has unlockable moves. So there is more moves that Ash can unlock. And see, in this one you have dash moves. Wow, these Deadites move really, really slow compared to the ones on the TV show that I watched. I don't think they were that slow in the movies either. Oh, look, undead. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And again, this is all made from SNK sprites from what it looks like. And it looks like they took the Orochi Yori and just modified it, modified the walking, just to match these enemies. Again, this is what I mean. Some of these get really, really, really elaborate, and this is one of those games. What the? I guess that's like an exploding barrel. I guess. Oh wow! Look at. Again, I have no idea. This is something that they must have programmed in themselves because I've never seen any open BOR game that has that kind of blood splat available. So so far, this is the only one that I know that does that. But then again, I've only played one, maybe a handful of the 190 games that I have here. Oh, what the hell's gonna happen next turn? I wonder what the boss is like gonna be of this. Be quite interesting. Again, somebody went through the work of taking an existing sprite from some game to make these. Like these ones, I don't even think are based off of anything. They almost look like not Necro. Who was that guy's name? In Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I forgot the name of him. Not Necro. The other guy. Anyways, they probably took just that sprite of him and modified it to be exactly this. That's what it looks like to me. But again, it gets really elaborate. Oh, look, it's Venom. And he wants the Necronomicon. Oh, and oh boy, that's not very PC. Oh wow, and he crawl walks too. Nice. Oh wow, you can't corner him. He won't let you. Ah, yeah, he will not let you do a wake up hit on him. I played this, I think maybe only one other time, but very briefly, just to see if it worked, because I really wanted it to work. Ah, come on. Get over here. Get into the light, my friend, so the people can see you. Yeah, I noticed that at the boss, that high level of blood splatter isn't there anymore. I guess that's the gratuitous violence is only for certain enemies, I guess. Ah, sorry, gotta adjust the mic here a little bit. Oh, and this is the other thing. This one you unlock moves. So if you hit down forward attack, you now have a shotgun blast. And that also has in turn its own sound effect. Oh, look. Undead dogs. Yeah, there you go. This is my boomstick. Wow, using a chainsaw against a zombie dog. Imagine that. And he's decapitated too. Man, Ash manages to stay so clean during that barrage. I have noticed sometimes what happens in OpenBoR is enemies get stuck in the corner and don't come out, and you just have to corner beat them until it allows you to keep moving on. Or until you hit the enemy, at least. I've had that happen in this game before. Oh, come on. Just come on out. Anyways, you get the idea. Oh, and he's got this air attack too. Pretty neat. I have no idea how I just did that. Alright, let's check out one more. Well, I decided I was going to play a Streets of Rage type game, but I decided on this Simpsons arcade game hack. Treehouse of Horror. Wow. This is going to be fucking awesome. New game. Family Guy, what the fuck? Like I said, some of these are really elaborate, and this is elaborate. Wow. A gift goes a long way in these games. I mean, gifts are not very big, but they work really, really, really well for games like this. So if you want to use any footage from any movie, you essentially just use an animated GIF instead. They're destroying everything. Rusty Barnacle. Oh my god. Oh wow, look at this. These are some updated graphics for the Simpsons Konami game here. Look, Grandpa Simpson. Fighting Kodos. Oh, sorry, Kang. Wow. This is really interesting. I didn't know I had this. I was actually going down to the Streets of Rage, and then I saw this, and I'm like, nah, this will make for a much better video. So again, this just took the Simpsons arcade game graphics, made them brighter. It looks like they did some color correcting, and it just added different enemies and animations, because this game doesn't use that many frames of animation, but the Homer has a lot of frames of animation for one of these OpenBoR games. Again, same rule applies. You don't want to get caught in the middle of a whole bunch of these. Best is to line them all up on one side, and then of course just, beat them up. Can Homer... No, Homer can't do a pile driver or anything like that. That sucks. That would have been really cool if he could. Oh, look, Ned Flanders. What the fuck is Flanders doing here? Am I supposed to keep him safe, or was he abducted by the aliens? Wow, he took some Duff beer and that got his energy back. I really wish they would actually make a game like this again with The Simpsons. I mean, but hey, until then, I guess you can play it on here. No, you can't hit him. Oh yeah, you can. Oh wow, you can beat him up and he scorches you. That is awesome. Even the way Homer walks. Wow. Like I said, somebody has gone through quite a bit of effort to do this, to do the frames of animation for this game. Duff Beer Store. I love how the fence has has its own health bar. I gotta say though, and this is something that some of these OpenBoR games suffer as well, is a lot of monotony. Like in this case, I'm just getting the same enemy over and over again. But then if you're fighting an alien invasion, who else are you supposed to fight? I'm sure in further on in the stages you'll get other enemies. But I guess that's just me. Oh look, it's Millhouse. Oh sorry, fucking what's his name? What the fuck was that? He's just gonna be like a companion? Yeah, I guess so. And what, he's just gonna attack whoever attacks you? Like, wow. Yeah, I guess so. I guess he just watches my back. Wow. Yeah, I guess he does. He just watches your back. Ah, fuck. I just want to see who the boss is. That's what I'm really interested in. Oh, and then Millhouse. Sorry, I keep calling him Millhouse. Oh, and then does he eventually disappear? Oh yeah, he punched a UFO. Ah, jeez, how long does this go on for? What is this, some sort of fucked up bonus game? Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Some of these games have bonus games as well. Which is also another cool addition. Okay, so I'm supposed to fight these guys out of the friggin' saucers? Unbelievable. Oh. Area complete. Okay, so there's no bosses. That was the boss. A guy in a flying saucer. Oh, look, it's Apu, the character that's been banned from The Simpsons. Despite the fact he wasn't a negative stereotype. Oh, wow, this is a bonus game. Oh, failure. I love how it says that. Dang. Stage 1 complete. Vehicle level. Oh, boy. Use a vehicle to get to the next area. I'm not sure if this is... Wow. Really? My guess is you have to avoid being shot. Yeah, I guess that's it. You have to avoid being shot. I guess you just drive in between him constantly until there's nothing left. Was this guy just driving lower now, or is that it? What? But the fact that this is available in the game, you know, that's awesome. I still can't believe that they would actually put this in a game. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it here, because otherwise this video is just going to be way too long. Follow us on Twitter at Retro Fungeon. You can follow me on Instagram at Frankie Callisto, because that's where I post most of the stuff now. I don't really go on Twitter that much anymore. Feedback at retrofungeon.com is our email address if you want to send us any questions or topic suggestions or any retro games to play. Let us know, or let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe. I'm going to be bringing these out every Monday. So, until next Monday, later.